In this video, we are going to see how we can create this awesome lollipop chart effect that has a stick at the corner and has a circle at the end. So we are going to see how we can get this kind of chart effect, because by default Tableau doesn't have that, but we have techniques in order to present in our way. So let's get started. First of all, let's insert a new sheet and we are going to set some parameters. Let's put the category or the regions in the rows, and we will put the sales in the columns. Immediately we see a bar chart, which we can sort it any way, however we want. Let's switch it to entire view and we have it like this. Now, since we want to create a lollipop chart effect, what we can do is just reduce the size of it, something like this. And then we want to put a circle at the end. And after that, what we will do is we want to create the circle. So we will just hold the control key and duplicate this sum of sales. And for this one, we will specify, first of all, just click on this, and from automatic, we will set it to circle. So we have the circles, but it's very small. It's barely visible. So what you can do is just increase the size of it like this, however you want. And the last step is just merging both of these charts because they are shown separately. That's very simple to do. Just click on this drop down and set it to dual access. And in the first look, it seems like all chart is messed up and we only have the circles now. We don't have the sticks. So that's because we didn't specify in the first criteria that whether it is a bar or whatever. So just click on this first criteria and you can see that it is set to automatic. We will set it manually to bars. And now we can see that we have the lollipop chart effect. So what else we want to do? We can see that when we set it to dual access, on the top and at the bottom, we have the sales amount because we have copied these fields. But this is not exactly of the same length. This is 16 billion. This is 15 billion. So we will right click on one of them and click on synchronize access. And now we can see both of them are identical. And now what we can do is just hide one of the headers. So let's say I want to hide this one only to show it one time. And let's say that we want to put the regions at the end of the name, just like that. Let me just show you. We want to put it like that and we want to remove it from the starting. So it's very easy to remove this from the starting. Just right click here, show as headers, just uncheck that. It increases the space here. But after that, we want to put it as a label where at the end of the circle. So just open the circle criteria, which is this one, select it to circle. So we can simply just hold the regions and hold the control key as well, and then put it in the labels. As you can see, the labels are shown at the end of circle. This looks very professional and it's much more readable than to have it in the start. Now, finally, if you want to add colors or gradient effect to it, what you can do is just hold the control key and pick up this sales amount at the first, and we can drag and drop this in. Let me just open the second one because we want to have a gradient effect in the bars. So just hold that and put it in the colors and it will give you a gradient effect, but I don't like this, so I'll just remove that. So this is how the horizontal lollipop chart effect can be made. What if we want to make this vertical? For that, we will just duplicate that. Now this one is duplicated. Let's make it vertical lollipop chart. Now at first it seems like we just have to swap this and it will be converted right away. Let's check this. So although it is converted right away, but we need a little bit of adjustments because these circles are too big now. Let's go to the circle. Let's reduce the size of it. And also let's go to the bars and adjust the size of that as well. If possible, let me just, a little bit of adjustment. The last thing we can see that the labels are between the circle and the bar. We want this label to show up above this circle. So let's go to the label section in the circle. Just go in here and in the automatic alignment, just bring it to the top or like this. Vertical, set it to the top, and that's it. And if you feel that multiple labels are not shown or are put together, especially if you have a lot of data here, I just have a few cells, but like this. If you feel that the labels are a little bit congested or not showing properly, what you can do is just reduce the size of it. Just go to the font in the label section of the circle. Just click on these three dots. Just click on this font and you can reduce the font size however we want. And you can also change the colors. So this is how you can create some awesome charts which are not by default present in Tableau, and that's the power of it. Now I want you to try it by yourself, and I will see you in the next one.